perfection for fun. Okay. Everybody have fun.
We're
You
live
too.
now.
Yep, we're ready. Oh, I should get out.
We
Let's
ready?
start. Yep.
Chardonnay, how are you?
I am well. Peter, how are you doing?
I'm good. Let's tell everybody who's joining us here at the moment what we're all about and maybe do an introduction.
Okay, hold on. You know what? Oh, gosh darn it. Okay, there, oops. There we go. You know, this is not nice. Okay, this is a terrible thing that just happened. Hold on just a second. How dare that happen? There you are, people. Okay, because I am extremely honest person. I'm gonna tell you what happened. I touched my computer and it decided to take the Zoom away. Whoosh! All of a sudden, all of you wonderfully handsome people were gone. And welcome everyone. We are we call it iodnations.org. And let me tell you something about us because we're just a lot of fun and interesting and special. We have great people. And I'm going to tell you about our people. And we have, wait, there, now I can see everybody. I can tell you about it. Okay, first I'll tell you about me. In my disorganization, I was so organized when we came on. And don't you just love computers? They have a mind of their own. So I'm Chardonnay. And I came here because, could you turn the music down just a smidge bit, please? Um, you guys are wonderful. I will know you're going to do it. I came here because I've had it with the everything that's going on in the world, and it was just getting more than a little bit too depressing. And I would look at things and I'd say, "Well, I can't do anything about that, and I can't do anything about that, and I'm really in pain about that, but I can't do anything about it." And so finally, I said, "No, I have to keep looking because there is something I can do about something." And then in the I Ching, in the Chinese Book of Changes, it says, when the student is ready, the teacher will come. And that's what happened. iodnations.org showed up. And we met. And this is a place where a man called Joel Coleman worked for years and thought about this and planned it and just had the idea that for so many years, people were just going to businesses and going to places and getting things. But that's not the way it is anymore because Amazon came. And then this business came and that business came. But we didn't have anything to do with it. We were going to them and they were taking from us. But there was a better way to do it. And he thought, if businesses don't need brick and mortar, then either should we. We can do things by ourselves online. People, human beings, can be more powerful online themselves. And so he got this idea and he just started thinking about it and thinking about it. And this wonderful, beautiful man started collecting his own pennies and nickels and dimes and dollars and put things together and started this organization. And he built it and we came. And so, not just in the United States, but we have Peter. And Peter's name is Peter Mueller. And he is a wonderful man. I like to call him Mr. Perfect. And he has a greatest smile. And he is from Canada. And he's just great. I love him. And he's going to be talking to you throughout and telling you how he got here. And we have Rakesh, and he's from Bangladesh. And he's Rakesh is, I just wrote it down and I just messed it up. But where did I put you, Rakesh? He's absolutely a delight. And you're going to get to meet him, and he's going to be talking throughout. And just enjoy him, please. And then there's our agent of peace, whose name is Draco, and he's also our video editor. And you are going to get to see some of his most beautiful, wonderful, joyous, and educational videos. And please enjoy those. And so, please enjoy everything that you see today, but not just that. Learn from them. And I hope you get excited as we are. I hope that you take the excitement, you share the knowledge and the feeling you get from us and from what you experience, and you take it with you. And while you're here, you hit those hearts, please, because it helps the algorithms and it helps bring us to the top. It makes us more visible to other people, and they hear about us and they learn about us because we are just starting. And you can be part of the volunteers. I'm one of the volunteer coordinators, and so is Peter. And you'll be getting, if you decide to volunteer with us, which we hope you will be, because you will be one of the founding parents. You will be a founding mom, a founding dad, a founding parent. And we accept everybody as they are. We don't try to change you. We don't try to do anything. We just welcome you with open arms and say, thank you. We need you. We need everybody, and everybody is equal. If you are an accountant, a lawyer, we need lawyers who know international law, because will be telling you we're going international. We need people who want to send emails, who are going to want to make calls, who are going to want to stuff envelopes at some point, who just want to be in this. Please join us. Please help us. Thank you.
Thanks, Chardonnay. That was great. This is great. Well, I just want to tell everybody you are in a room called International Online Democratic Nations. And you could reach us at hello, HELLO, at International Online Democratic Nations.org. We'd love to hear from you. And like Chardonnay just mentioned, we are looking for a lot of people, first of all, to help us spread the message. That's the most important thing, because this is what it's all about, gathering millions and millions and millions, perhaps billions, online as a citizen-led online format. So with that, we have to explain, I want it by visual, and I want to welcome Rakesh and Mesbah. I hope I'm pronouncing the names properly. Draco. They're all intricate part of this format, this platform. And so far, it's going great. We already have a website. I ask you, whoever's interested and wants to continue, has more questions, to visit it, iodnations.org, and it'll bring you to the website. We have a manifesto and the ingredients for how we're going to do it. Sometimes it's better off reading it, and it sticks in your mind. So
And
with
I
that,
promise we are going to rename Manifesto to a better name. I hate it.
so anyway, well, we're going through there, and we'll find something better. But like, hey, that's a good point. This is our new platform. We're in our grassroots, and but we're getting a lot better at doing that. So for the first session, let's see what we're doing. And we have a good video on that. It's called The Matrix. Uh, and it'll explain to you what we're doing. Uh, Draco, do you have that ready?
Yes, I have that ready.
Great.
Let me share that.
Please.
Thank you.
This is our construct. A planet of continents, of land and borders. At least, that's what previous generations believe. This is our real construct. The trad world is now subservient to our virtual world. Welcome to the real world, Neo. A brave new international online democratic world. Buckle your seatbelt, Dorothy, because Elon is about to go bye-bye.
So, we do not access the internet. We filter their access to us. We are the internet. Holy shit, we can save Zelensky and Ukraine.
When the world's youth and others unite online, freedom, democracy, and the world's pro-democracy citizens will now rule the world. All that must occur is for people to send an email to NATO. Those emails comprise their online citizenship.
Could they save world democracy?
Once united online, by the millions, we are the cure.
So, international online democracy is the new construct.
If they build it, I will come.
So you're here to save the world.
No one has ever done anything like this.
That's why it's going to work.
Thanks, Draco. So that is what we're doing. And you might say, now, how are we going to do this? And sometimes we look at something so big that we say, it's just impossible, it's overwhelming. But if we take it in step by step by step, it makes a lot of sense. It took me a couple of times to think about this, the process and the premises that we're going to be using to create this. And it's an easy concept. It's just the most difficult part is for people to understand why we're doing it and what it's for. So if you can imagine, like in the Matrix, I mean, the first time I saw the Matrix, it was like overwhelming. I said, this isn't, but after I watch it time and time again, I started getting the message. And we tend to think when things are so big, it's impossible. But it's the possibilities with the right tools. If we look at the old tools we have, it is impossible. But there are new tools now, the internet, AI, and we have people already involved in this operation that know how to use them. And so with the new tools, we need people to start understanding the concept, using these tools, and to create an umbrella. And you're going to see by the next video how more of a video on how we're going to do it and the concept, so you have a visual. So how we're going to do this is gathering up enough people that are democratic, with a democratic, like-minded people that believe in doing business and conversations and movements in a democratic way all together. And that's why the target is not just 10,000, not just 100,000, millions under one umbrella that are in this going on the same path. I don't know how, so with me, I'm a very visual guy. So when I look at something and I see it, I understand it a little bit better. Does- Chantel, do you have Chantel? Chardonnay, do you have anything to add?
Well, actually, I go for the gusto. I'm thinking billions of people. I mean, I am just, the sky's the limit. If we think about it, I was just talking to somebody the other day, and I was thinking there are, I always think women because it's on my mind lately, but there's women all over the world who are just limited, so limited to what they can do. I mean, not just what they can talk about, but what they can do with their for their own bodies, how they can speak up, how they can say no or yes or whatever, but they can't because they don't have enough people. They can't, one person isn't enough, two people isn't enough. But what if they joined and they had women of Africa or women of Somalia in IOD nations. And then there are women of India, women of
Okay.
Virginia, women of Texas, women of Arizona. And they all joined together. And they said, wait a minute, you're having the same problem I am. You're having the same problem I am. Well, shoot, let's just get together. And then all of a sudden, it just got so strong that people had to listen because it's the women of the world are saying no, no, this isn't working for us. Now, you can't just shut up the women of the world. It's a rapid population. So think about the power that that can bring.
That's a good point. So, and if you have the women's nation, you can have any other nation, the arts
You can
nation. You can
exactly,
just
you can
build
have the
on.
transgender people of the world. I mean, they could have a voice for a change. You know, you can have an arts nation. You can have the music nation, which is being started already. We have people starting it so that because now the musicians, my lord, for how many centuries now they haven't had a voice. They're not getting money for music that they've developed, that they've created. And now with AI, my lord, they're pretending that they invented, that they created the music. And these people have put in their hearts and souls, and they're not getting a penny.
So
So that
the
has to be stopped.
so the potential is incredible. And to understand this a bit better, Draco, do you have that the world Internet IDEO Nations world the world video?
Yes, I have.
Can we bring that up?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks. It'll give you guys a better vision of how it works.
And remember, Draco is creating these videos. We have to give him
Absolutely, the whole
credit for
team.
it. I
Yeah,
love
yeah.
it.
That's right. But we can't leave out Rakesh.
And Rakesh
Yeah,
and
he's
Joel.
and Mesbah.
Exactly. I mean, we have a whole team that's doing this.
Welcome to iodnations.org, International Online Democratic Nations.org, where we're promoting online citizen-led democracy, very much like Taiwan has had for the last 11 years, which has resulted in increased public approval of their government from 9% to 70%. There are three fundamental premises. One is that if a business no longer requires brick and mortar, then a nation no longer requires land and borders. The second one is we are the internet. We do not access the internet. We grant the internet access to us. Without us, they ain't shit. And the third foundational premise is if you are not actively pro-democracy, if you are not pro-democracy, then you are not pro-democracy. So Bernard Shaw said, you see things and ask why. I dream things and ask why not. This is planet Earth. Humans have existed on planet Earth first as tribes and now as nations. Nations are the highest form of human collaboration that has ever existed. But does a nation require land and borders? In this next slide, you see us, the humans, the world's citizens who are on planet Earth. Currently, we are being used and abused like crops or cattle or swine, and we are being exploited. About 30 years ago, Al Gore invented the internet. And at IOD Nations, we ask you to consider looking at the internet as if it's its own environment or atmosphere, and it completely surrounds planet Earth and all of human existence now. So our world has changed in ways that were never viable or did not exist until Al Gore invented the internet. And now this is what's happening on the internet. We currently have these entities. These are a visual simulation of some of the most powerful and influential entities in the internet, but they are not the internet. They have trained us, in essence, to think that they are the internet. And the arrows that you see going out is this representation that we have. If I were to ask anyone here, do you access the internet? And virtually everyone would say yes. And that's what the arrows demonstrate, is that we are accessing them. And these are bad actors. They are malicious. They are destroying world democracy. And they believe that they've also already obtained dominion over the internet. But here's what they don't realize. We are the commodity that they market. Without us, Facebook can't sell advertising. We think that we're actually accessing Facebook or YouTube or Instagram or TikTok. But the reality is we're granting them access to us. But if we choose to unite online, as for instance, the IOD US Nation, the IOD Women's Nation, the IOD UK Nation, these are citizen-led unifications. They are separate from our existing traditional governments. These nations, like the IOD Youth Nation and the IOD Art Nation, they can have their own constitution. They can have their own Bill of Rights or Declaration of Independence. They can have their own voting systems with ranked choice voting if they want. They are their own nations. They are their own entities. But what is amazing about this is by uniting online and establishing some filters, we realize that we can set up filters that do not grant them direct access to us because we are the internet. Without us, they ain't shit. Okay? When we unite and we establish that every entity that wants unfiltered access to us, whether that's economically, socially, religiously, politically, internationally, if they want access to us, we require that they prove that they are pro-democracy. Otherwise, they get filtered access to us. And at this moment, when we do this, we have completely flipped the script, right? All we have to do is target any one of these entities or any one entity with enough people united online, and then everybody, all of the others, once you down one or once you significantly impact one, all of the others, if you're large enough, if you're united enough, if you're collaborating well enough, they all start coming to us. Then when that happens, we aren't in this feed trying to figure out how to protect ourselves from them. They're in a feed like this trying to figure out what they need to do to get access to us so that their business models stay viable. And if they don't adapt, if they don't demonstrate that they're pro-freedom and democracy, we are the internet. Without us, you ain't shit. And that's when we flip them off and we let them know that the whole dynamics of what's going on in the world have just shifted. And everything, economically, socially, militarily, politically, it's all now put into the hands and largely controlled by the pro-democracy citizens of the world who have united online.
Great stuff, guys. At this point, does anybody have the desire to talk? Any maybe have some talking points? Anybody's up for grabs here. If you have any questions or concerns,
Robin,
and
did you want to say anything? It's nice to
When do
have you
you
with us.
meet? Thank you. When do you meet?
usually, well, we're meeting now. This week has been, we have our commander-in-chief there. He's in Mexico partying up there with his family. And so
Good.
we have one meeting this week, but usually it's Mondays and Wednesdays at 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
Okay. Good.
Draco or Rakesh, do you see anybody or Chardonnay,
No,
anybody with their hands up?
no, nobody's mentioned anything that they want to have a question or want to come up. And we've invited them to join, the
Okay.
Zoom, but nobody's. We have up to 76 people now, so that's kind of nice that we have that
We
going.
get
And
more and
Draco
more.
asked if, yeah, it's great. And Draco asked if you wanted to show the Audrey video.
I'd like to do that after the Simon one with
Oh,
showing
yeah,
the 34 percentage, how we're going to do that
sure.
and
Yeah,
why, what targets, what do we need to get to where we want to be? Do
sounds good to me.
you want to bring
Sounds
that
like a
one up?
good plan.
You want to bring that
Draco,
one up?
Yeah, yep. So
the
let me
Cynic.
play the Simon Sinek Law of Diffusion video.
Thank
Great.
you. That
Enjoy.
was good to me. Yes, this is a wonderful video. So, oops. Let's get so close.
Something called the law of diffusion of innovation. And if you don't know the law, you definitely know the terminology. The first 2.5% of our population are our innovators. The next 13.5% of our population are our early adopters. The next 34% are your early majority, your late majority, and your laggards. The only reason these people buy touch-tone phones is because you can't buy rotary phones anymore. We all sit at various places at various times on the scale, but what the law of diffusion of innovation tells us is that if you want mass market success or mass market acceptance of an idea, you cannot have it until you achieve this tipping point between 15 and 18% market penetration, and then the system tips. And I love asking businesses, what's your conversion on new business? And they love to tell you, oh, it's about 10%, proudly. Well, you can trip over 10% of the customers. We all have about 10% who just get it. That's how we describe them, right? That's like that gut feeling, oh, they just get it. The problem is, how do you find the ones that just get it before you're doing business with them versus the ones who don't get it? So it's this here, this little gap, that you have to close, as Geoffrey Moore calls it, crossing the chasm. Because you see, the early majority will not try something until someone else has tried it first. And these guys, the innovators and the early adopters, they're comfortable making those gut decisions. They're more comfortable making those intuitive decisions that are driven by what they believe about the world and not just what product is available. These are the people who stood online for 6 hours to buy an iPhone when they first came out, when you could have just walked into the store the next week and bought one off the shelf. These are the people who spent $40,000 on flat-screen TVs when they first came out, even though the technology was substandard. And by the way, they didn't do it because the technology was so great. They did it for themselves. It's because they wanted to be first. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. And what you do simply proves what you believe. In fact, people will do the things that prove what they believe. The reason that person bought the iPhone in the first 6 hours, or stood in line for 6 hours, was because of what they believed about the world and how they wanted everybody to see them. They were first. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. So
You're muted, Peter. Unmute, please.
Yeah, it's a habit, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I thought that was a bit longer. But my
Yeah,
memory.
there is another
my-
video that is Simon Sinek, Trevor Noah, and Joel.
Can we see
You want
that
to
Oh,
one?
yes, the
you want
Trevor
to play
Noah
that
one.
video?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
please.
please.
Okay, so let me play that.
We like the Trevor one.
And we are up to 90 people, so that is quite great.
Yes.
Great.
Yes, it's exciting. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Oh, let me hit the hearts more. We can bring more people.
What the fuck is it gonna take? The clock ticking, democracy slipping, snakes in the kitchen, freedom in a chokehold, yo, who's gripping? Socrates whispers truth bombs, no fiction. Big hands Newsom, palms on the gavel, world unravel, systems fragile, typing revolution, scrolling battle, scrolling but silent, nah, we can't straddle. Make democracy offensive, what's the price? Power to the people, not the roll of dice. Unite online, ignite the fight, blow the shit up, bring the wrong to light.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to iodnations.org, International Online Democratic Nations.org, where we're dedicated to getting the world to discuss international online democracy and online citizen-led democracy. On
This is
today's
Joel.
show, we will see some clips from a podcast with Simon Sinek and Trevor Noah, and they will be talking about constraint and how human beings collaborate and work together far better when they are in constrained situations. So, for instance, you'll see some discussion about Soweto, where Trevor Noah grew up, and they're discussing how in a poor, impoverished community like this, these citizens are forced and constrained into working, living, and functioning well together, and how they adapt and accommodate to that. And so we will be looking at that in how it relates to online citizen-led democracy. We hope you enjoy the show.
In the cases, there's some sort of hardship. It's like as hardship is relieved, and choice is a relief of hardship, then for some reason, our ability to cooperate and put up with each other seems to go down.
So I will agree with one part of it. I still come back to, I don't even think it's hardship. I think it's just the constraining factor. Here's why I say this. Let's say there is an island of mega rich people and they go hang out together and they're on this mega rich island and they do whatever they want to do, right? It's the mega rich. They're having a great time. If they are confined or constrained in some way, they will find the same thing, and they do find it temporarily. So if you've maybe been to them, I've visited them on occasion, but you get these places where people go to these like golf resorts and it's like, wow, what is this place? And in that place, I have found people have a different level of community, a different level of enjoyment, a different level of, it's like people buzzing around on golf carts and people meeting, and there's only the 4 restaurants, and all you can do is choose from one of the 4, and so you just rotate. Yeah, we'll do the Spanish place on Monday, and then we always love doing the Italian place on Wednesdays, and
I'll have the eggs again. Yeah.
because all of a sudden you're constrained. So there's this weird thing that happens. I even think about it for my life as I go, the great curse is going to be the choice. The great curse is going to be knowing that you can choose. So how do you create artificial like constraint for yourself to help yourself?
So what we see here in this discussion between Simon and Trevor is how can we create these constraints? Perhaps we'll call them artificial constraints, because I guess in reality, any constraint or most constraints are artificial, right? But what we're trying to do is decipher what can bring people together. What kind of a constraint can envelope or bring people together so that they're more likely to collaborate? How can we both construct or manufacture these constraints in a way where the people who are being constrained understand the constraint, endorse the constraint, and collaborate to benefit mutually from that constraint? And at IOD Nations, we contend that that constraint is actually freedom and democracy, right? That it's the unified desire for more freedom and democracy by the world's citizens, whereby uniting online with that constraint actually increases freedom. Let's go to the next portion of their podcast together.
So there's a story about a shoe salesman in Los Angeles in the 1950s. I can't remember his name, but he was a very successful entrepreneur who owned a whole bunch of women's shoe stores.
Yeah.
And a journalist asked him, "What's your secret?" And he said, 2, not 3. And they're like, "What do you mean?" He goes, if a woman comes into my store, I'll bring her a pair of shoes. She'll try them on. And she'll say, "Could I see that pair, please?" And I'll bring her a second pair of shoes. And she said, "Could I also see that pair, please?" And he'll say, "Which one would you like me to take away?"
Oh.
Because what he found is when they had a choice of 3, they bought none. And when they had a choice of 2, they bought 1.
Ah, I love that.
Right? 2, not 3. And too much choice is overwhelming.
Oh
but the
man,
constraint,
I need to apply that to my life. You see, that's brilliant.
So at IOD Nations, International Online Democratic Nations, we actually contend that this constraint in a way is not artificial, right? If you read the Meritocracy Manifesto that I wrote, and you can get it at iodnations.org for free, what is pointed out at the beginning is that there are only 2 forms of human collaboration that exist throughout all of humanity, throughout all of history, okay? Either humans collaborate in a way that is primarily authoritarian, right? So that's most businesses are primarily authoritarian. You know, even if they have a board of directors, the board of directors meets and makes recommendations or votes, but typically a chairman in many of the situations is the person who makes the final decision. It's more authoritarian than it is democratic, although some boards might be purely democratic. And then that would be a more free and democratic form of human collaboration. But there are no other ways, right? From the day of a tribe, either the chief said, I am leader, you do what I say, or some group of tribe members collaborated in a way and they voted and they made a choice. And that's the only way that human beings collaborate, right? And where we are is in our online world, in our online environment where we all exist, right? We're all united there. We all use our phone or we use our mouse, and we use that in a way to allow Facebook access to us or to allow TikTok access to us. We don't access them, we grant them access to us. The internet is like an environment, it's like an atmosphere, it's all around us, right? So we're all already there in one form or another. We all are the internet. But the entities that have power and influence there have convinced us that we are accessing the internet. We are accessing them. But the opposite is actually what's happening. We are the internet. Without us, they ain't shit, right? So we choose who accesses us and why. And when we unite online and we collaborate democratically, right, then we can choose to put up filters that limit the other forms of human collaboration to us, right? We can choose to do business with, we can choose to socialize with, we can choose to agree politically and militarily and religiously with groups of human beings, groups of world citizens who choose to collaborate under the constraint of being pro-freedom and democracy.
But
Oh
the
man, I need
constraint,
to apply that to my life. You see, that's brilliant. I love it when people find the nexus of how you're supposed to do it. Because I understood it as a concept, but it's a nice way to think about it for anything really.
yeah. And so what I've started doing in my life is I've added constraint, right? And I didn't even realize it until we're talking right now, which is like I've got all these options on the table. Pick, I mean, it doesn't matter what it
Yeah,
is,
yeah, yeah.
right?
No, I know what you mean.
And what I'll start doing is I'll start pairing them off. I'll be like, okay, between these two, okay, get rid of that one. Okay, between these two, okay, get rid of that one. Between these two, and the choices become really easy. And then I get to the final two, I'm like, oh, it's obvious, it's that one.
So what we realize is that if we compare this to the analogy of the shoe salesman that Simon uses, we don't even have to make that choice. That binary choice has already been made because there are only two shoes to choose from, right? We haven't yet chosen to really collaborate as individual but united citizens online, right? We're all there, but we haven't picked a location or a methodology or an online democratic environment where we will function. We haven't chosen to do that yet, but those are the only two choices that are there. If we're going to unite online and collaborate, we either do it primarily as authoritarian, which is already happening in a lot of ways, or the only other choice that we have is primarily free and democratic, right? So all of this is insanely easy and elementary, right? The two choices have already been made because there are only two choices, okay? We know that if we create or operate under this constraint, that human beings are far more likely to work well together in more peaceful and positive ways. And the only choice that we have to make, we're the only generation of human beings who have had the ability to do this at the click of a mouse, right? If 1 million people or 1 billion people clicked their mouse and went to iodnations.org or NATO and said, I request official recognition as a pro-democracy citizen of the online world. It's done. You clicked your mouse, sent an email or a message that said that's what you want to do, and you've already done it. It's already happened. That is the power of international online citizen-led democracy, or rather, that's the ease of it. The power is beyond what we can even imagine right now.
You see, that's brilliant.
So thanks for visiting iodnations.org. We are putting together teams for various outreach campaigns to bring world citizens together at IOD Nations and to unite online democratically in much the way that Taiwan has done with the Taiwan.
This is our construct. A planet of continents, of land and borders. At least, that's what previous generations believe. This is our real construct. The trad world is now subservient to our virtual world. Welcome to the real world, Neo. A brave new international online democratic world. Buckle your seatbelt, Dorothy, because Elon is about to go bye-bye.
So, we do not access the internet. We filter their access to us. We are the internet. Holy shit, we can save Zelensky and Ukraine.
When the world's youth and others unite online, freedom, democracy, and the world's pro-democracy citizens will now rule the world. All that must occur is for people to send an email to NATO. Those emails comprise their online citizenship.
Could they save world democracy?
Once united online, by the millions, we are the cure.
So, international online democracy is the new construct.
If they build it, I will come.
Thanks, Rocco.
Peter, we have two new guests. Not actually new, both are pretty old. Whenever from Australia and Heather joined.
Let's hear from Australia.
Yeah, where have you been?
Jump in.
We just reached
Myself?
106 people.
Sure. Genevieve, is it Guinevere? Guinevere?
Yeah, Guinevere. So just Gwen.
Guinevere? It's good to have you. Good to have you here, Gwen.
Hi, welcome.
Thank you. I had a couple of family deaths, so it was a bit of a tough run. So I had to take some time out, but it didn't stop me from joining the and spreading the Trump get the hell out of the Gold Coast beach, where it's 7 minutes from where I lived.
Oh, no.
But we did it. They're gone. He's out of here.
Where are you from?
Well done.
Australia. I lived in California for 6 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know. I got a lot of friends over there. Funnily enough, I never really considered blue or red states, not until Trump came along. I left just before when he came back in for his term. When he came in for his term, I left. I was living with my sister, and I just said, "Let's get out of here." So we had a huge. It was a huge deal in Australia. We had a huge petition, multiple petitions. We had major lawyers putting pro bono in to represent. We had the parliament. We had everything came together. And then here on the Gold Coast, they couldn't ignore it. And so the bills are turned around. One point, whatever, $5 billion it was. He said Brown was too toxic to save his name. And Eric Trump was like, no, 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 he didn't want to pay. And I'm like, oh, you didn't want to pay. No worries. So 2 weeks ago, I thought, you know what? If Australia can tell him where to go, I'm like, Congress, for you. So I kind of have a vested interest generally in, I don't sit silently. And I have a
Don't,
history of sticking up for things and not just holding signs and going whatever. So
that's a good point.
Welcome.
That's a good point because it's
Yeah.
not, imagine, there's a lot of people that want to get involved, but they have a challenge, there's something,
Excuse
whether
me,
it be
just
family, physical, just a minute, let me
no,
just,
could we just lower the music? I want to hear what you're saying, please. That's all I'm asking. I
I
want
can't
you,
hear the music.
you
There isn't any
can't?
music. No.
I can hear it really
Maybe
loudly.
maybe it's coming from from a device. You have any
No, it's the
devices
music
open?
that they played for the entry, you know?
Because you have
I
another
want,
stack is running.
is it
You're,
running? Another one running in the background?
I
Yeah,
don't,
your
is
your
it?
you need to mute your Substack live feed.
Okay, let me just close any other window that I might possibly have. I apologize for interrupting you, Peter. Please forgive
no
me.
worries, no worries. But there's a lot of challenged people that are involved with democratically like-minded, and they can't get out there to march or to hold a sign or to get to a gathering or anything. So imagine we have this.
Mm.
Now, I know there's a lot of groups out there, Blue Sky, and there's many of them in Canada too.
Yeah,
And they do some pretty good work. I mean, I'm not criticizing, or we don't
but it
criticize the
just keeps
work.
going around in a circle. It doesn't
Exactly.
actually go forward. I know,
So,
I understand that, and a lot of people don't understand how America works. They can't just go and do protests like we do and just smash things up, and we're more upset because of their Second Amendment, ironically, which isn't working, which is what it was written for, because they
well,
can't bring this to a goddamn drone bloody nuclear
yeah,
fight.
that's
But
right.
so
So
yeah,
with this format, we can gather, and there's Blue Sky. There's I don't know how many there are, but there's hundreds of
I
them.
believe Blue Sky is something the Dems are very. That's more your far left, liberal, Marxist, communist.
Right. But I mean, I don't work. We're not looking for individual platforms. We are here
You
to
want the whole
access,
network.
anybody can
You want a
access one
matrix.
umbrella, one big nation with people with democratic intents on doing business. It doesn't just have to be politics, anything. And when we have one umbrella, other nations or other formats could use this as getting their message across. It's not
Well,
just
yeah,
individuals, which and it doesn't matter how many individuals you have. If we don't unite, it doesn't mean very much. I mean, sometimes it does happen, but very little times with small groups of people, unless you're very influential. But the common person, like me, like many, like maybe other 6 billion people in the world, if we unite, and I'll tell you something, because I've seen it happen in the last year and a half, is Canada, we were getting attacked. What
I
we
know.
did,
I'm going to Canada next year.
you're going to love it. But we were getting attacked. It didn't take a government or another body to start a movement. What
No, I
happened
watch
was
Angus, Charlie Angus on
Charlie
Midas
Angus
Touch.
came
I follow
afterwards.
him. I
Yeah,
follow him, yeah. He was ahead of the game back in the
he's
2016.
ahead of the game.
Mm.
And we united in a way that
You didn't know you
it
had.
was incredible. It was incredible.
Mm.
So is it possible? It is possible. It is possible for anybody, not just
You're
Canada.
very
And
lucky. I think you've got the best leader.
well, thank you. I think
Mark Carney, I think, is the best leader that I've seen out of
in
everyone.
generations, yeah,
Mm,
we
mm.
were very lucky in that way. But and it probably is, in other countries besides the United States, because the United States is a totally capitalist country, and right now I don't think even that is correct. I think it's turning into something that is not
Oh,
very
it's not
enjoyable.
what
But
everyone says it is. It's a new name. It's not just a fascist. It's not just this and that.
it's
It is
something,
something else
yeah.
because
And
you've got the tech bros in there and all sorts of things, and it's just
so
bloody
we'll take this
embarrassing. I'm
we'll
actually
take this
cringing.
we'll take this at point then. Imagine there's a international online democratic nation with 1 billion people there.
Mm.
And somebody sent so we decide, look, something has to be done. What? We don't know, but something has to be done. So 1 billion people take a vote. And it's like Simon and Trevor Noah, what they said, it's not a matter of giving your opinion on, oh yeah, I'm doing this because it is blah, blah, blah. We'll take a vote on everybody's opinion. It's a yes or no. This is good or this is bad. I'm putting down in a simple way, but this is
Mm.
good and this is bad. And we vote on it.
Mhm.
And you're going to see in another video, if we have time to bring it up, the graph on how that works.
Well,
So,
you have to vote in Australia. If you get in trouble, it's by
and
law you have to vote.
it should be. In Canada
And you see,
too, we have the same kind of government. So Australia and
yeah,
Canada,
a lot of people don't realize we share a king. So
we do. The head of state is the king.
very
But
much so. But it's more like, remember those chain letters? Did you ever make those chains, paper chains when you were a kid? So you get one loop, you'd staple it, and you could do it, and you can almost do it with people. And we used to hang them up. I'm showing my age now. We used to hang them up. It's
mhm.
kind of like that. And if things like Obama can go viral, people have to get over the fact we love him, yeah, but we didn't really love him until no one did before.
Well, that's a good point too, because we can't go back to the way it was. We can't use the tools that we had before. We have to use the tools that we have now and the people that know how to use those tools. Those are that's the important that's the important part. The most important part is people, but we have to grow. We need those skill sets,
At
and
words. Words are the most
that's what we're
powerful
looking for.
communication we have. And the thing is, most people in democratic societies of democracy are smart, are intelligent.
Yes.
Whatever their manipulation is, we use as molding. We mold like Australia. I'm sure you're aware that we cut tall poppy syndromes. We work together as a society. We're not
Yeah.
lazy. People misinterpret what it is. We work and we'd rather retire early than late with money and blah blah blah. We have a different mindset.
It's
Um,
like they're saying, I live to work or I work to live. It's the,
yeah. There's more to us than just like healthcare, as I'm sure you know. But Canada and Australia, like we've always had better intake of Canadians here than Americans because we're so goddamn far away. But
Mhm.
now it's getting harder and harder. But the frustration. I'm sure you can understand being Canadian, having lived there, having spent so much time there. 97 was the first time I went. I left in 2018, my last time, and just seeing it all sort of decay, the anger and then the pain and then the shock. And it just, and then attacking, and my brother's in the Australian military, and I'm like, I was screaming out NATO crap last year, and I'm like, it took you a year to bring this up. I saw it coming, and I was just like, here we go. And I'm like, we're not even part of NATO, but we were there. And it's just too, it's
Well,
frustrating.
there's hope. We have hope. And this platform, I don't want to bring up all the bad things that are happening in the world. There's plenty of them. It's not just Trump. It's not just America. It's plenty of them. It's the degrading.
Everyone's
It's the
too negative.
degrading
We
of
need to
democracy.
start building, getting online. I don't
Exactly.
go on to hate Trump. I go in there and I spread Democratic, vote Dems, vote blue, November 3rd, get in and blah, 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 and I go forward that way. I don't go in there to troll Trump or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
That's what I do. I get upset, but I do that on my own online. I'm like, "Ugh." But yeah, but the thing is, we've just enough is just sort of enough. But the world has changed, absolutely has. And
I'm going to
Australia and
jump in.
Canada had a lot to do with that, with Mark Carney, with what they put into action. Because we knew of all this stuff that was happening 8 months before it was advertised. I'm like, nobody's asleep. This is just the way it all is. But
So I just want to jump in right now. I just want to ask anybody else if they have anybody else want to jump in. There's a lot of shy people in the world. I know that, eh? Now there's a lot of shy people. But anyway, if anybody has any questions or they're not quite sure what's going on, jump in. We'd love to hear from you. And I want to mention one more time, you can always go to the iodnations.org. And there's a website there, and you can read all the information that I'm missing or
Rakesh got me
Shai is
involved.
missing.
Rakesh, I think I'm still a member, Rakesh. So
Yeah,
I've still
I'm
got that
here.
rolling. Yeah,
And
Yeah.
nice
Rakesh
photos.
Yeah, he's a smart
is
guy.
it? You have to see his face. I mean, everybody has to see his face. And I didn't say something that I'm going to say now. So, Rakesh, I promised I'd come back. Rakesh is our project manager. Yay, Rakesh. So, we need more volunteers to
Yeah.
help us to create more projects. So, keep him extra, extra busy. Well, he's busy
We're
now. He
trying to ban the
stays up
Trump
all night.
family and the Czech bros at the moment here in Australia. So we're doing that at the moment. So I'm totally over hearing everyone whinge about Epstein now. I've just had enough. I just want to move on to something else. I've been saying, where's
Exactly.
Exactly.
Congress? I'm
And
like, where's
that's what
Congress?
we're and that's what
So
we're because I mean I live here in the United States. Whew, and
So
I
right,
got
I've lived
tired
there.
of crying. What? I got tired of crying, and I got tired of being angry, and I got tired of the emotional ups and downs, and I'm I almost went sexual for a minute. I don't know who you, but it's like you can only get almost to climax so many times and get disappointed, okay? Before you say enough with this guy, okay? It's time to move on to better people.
Well, someone that's human might help.
I mean, this guy just doesn't know what he's doing, so it's time to move on. So we're back to the women's group. Um, I apologize. We went there.
I think personally they need to burn the whole White House down, take a page out of Britain's book, just burn the whole thing down and start again.
Well, yeah, I mean,
tainted.
he's trying
okay,
to make it a
guys,
fortress right now. So
guys,
we're not going there. We are
yeah.
going to happy place. We're going to a happy place. We are going to go to where IOD Nations is going. We're not going, there's so many. If we got involved with each country's individual problems, we'd never get anywhere, I think. because everybody, I mean, I've got friends in different parts of Africa, and we talk about their different problems and their different presidents and their different problems
The
with
ones
their different
we can't
presidents.
understand them
And
because they're
we can't,
bad.
exactly, we just can't solve the problems. And then we run into different groups of like I talk to different people, and like they're little, it's not even a town, it's just a little village, and the
Mm.
villages have their own problems,
Mm.
and
They
we
have them with their own societies, with their little leaders
exactly,
and stuff. Yeah.
and from here
That's where we came from.
in our right, exactly, and from our homes, thank God, at this moment I have a house and I have air conditioning, so I can't visualize their problems, but they can. So they can have an IOD nation for themselves. And then they can tell us what they need, and then we can help them. But they are the only ones who can tell us. So that's why they need their own nation. They
Sometimes
need
countries
their
don't
own
know what they need either.
representation. They need their own representation. That's why they need us. And that's why, like the picture said at the beginning, the video said at the beginning, they don't need the arrows coming out at them, they need the arrows coming in from them, telling us. And then once they tell us, then we can say, thank you for the information, now let us help you. And then the governments who think they know everything can learn from us.
Yeah.
Say, oh, that's what you
So
need.
we're going to move on from this, and that's a great
Thank
conversation.
you. Thank you. Thank you, Peter. Okay.
It was great,
Next.
and that's exactly where the direction we're going. Draco, can we pull up that Tanga, the Audrey?
Yeah, Audrey Tang video.
Yeah,
Let me play
yeah,
that.
that'd be great. This is a good video. You'll enjoy this one.
If you decimate the trust in democratic processes and let people, fight against each other about the outcome of election, that is one of the most sure way to decimate people's trust in democratic institutions.
So in this clip, we see Audrey talking about how Taiwan and the Taiwan and the citizens of Taiwan are working together to improve and maintain the belief in their voting system. We're specifically talking about the credibility of democratic voting. And so what they did is they made sure that all voting is done with paper ballots. Okay. I'm not quite sure whether they're doing mail-in ballots with that or not, but I think they could be, because I believe what she is referring to is how they're monitoring the counting of those ballots. And so the citizens asked all three major parties who are really possibilities in this voting system. They asked them to set up their own independent cameras where the votes are being counted. And then if any complaints came out about the voting process, they asked all three parties to submit their videos of that counting process at that location. And what ended up happening was they got the leaders of all of those parties to say, we've looked at all the videos, and they confirm that there were no problems with the counting of the votes. We all agree that it was legitimate and properly conducted. And again, that's being done to maintain the integrity of voting in the democratic process.
actually, regardless of which party they support, there's no such rigging going on. And all the three party leaders came out and said, yeah, there's no such rigging going on. So again, by anticipating what attack is going on and letting people know that these attacks are coming, it inoculates their minds against such polarization.
And what this does when this happens a couple of times is it inoculates the citizens who are voting from getting caught up in the propaganda and the lies, right? In Taiwan, they call it pre-bunking. And you're going to see an example of that in just a minute. They debunk these ideas ahead of time by putting in a system and a strategy and tactics that show that the mind system is working. And so the citizens are inoculated. They know that some of this bad shit's going on, and they don't even pay attention to it. Or if they do, as we're going to show you, they have a place to go and find out whether what's being said is true or has any validity.
If you were digital minister for the United States today, what one or two strategies would you deploy right now?
Yeah, so again, one of the sure things is pre-bunking, and the other thing is like rapid response to the trending rumors.
Audrey's talking about pre-bunking, which we touched on, and she's going to share an application. So that pre-bunking is either giving people a place where they can find out whether what's being said is true or how valid it is, but also that at the same time inoculates people, because once they start believing that you can get factual truth, then they begin to filter things from a standpoint of, I know there's a bunch of bullshit out there that's flying around that's not true, that's distracting people, and that's hurting our democracy, right? But I'm inoculated from that because I know there's a place I can go find the truth, and I can now kind of recognize how these propagandists and liars function and what they're trying to do to hurt democracy.
In Taiwan, we have a collaborative fact-checking network built by the civil society called CoFacts. And anyone can just long press any rumor that they receive and report that into a shared dashboard. And so we can very easily see what are trending right now, what kind of rumors and mis and disinformation are trending.
And so here with this application called CoFacts, what Taiwan has done is they've kind of combined or they've piggybacked from the debunking where you can find out what's not true. They have CoFacts in which the system, I believe, if I understand it correctly, the system is allowing the citizens to participate in putting in information, sharing some of the stuff that's out there, and they put it into CoFacts, and CoFacts has an AI that is already set up to cast a wide web of all of the, or a lot of the shit that's out there. They bring it in, they focus on what's true and what's not true, and what are the trends in society. So not only does CoFacts give a way for people to help contribute to making sure that the truth is known, okay? CoFacts also tracks and helps manage the propaganda and lies that are getting the most traction, and it helps evaluate that, probably has the ability to determine where some of those sources are. And all of a sudden now with CoFacts and debunking, you're really building, they've built this infrastructure that provides the citizens with ways not to just get the truth, but to participate in making sure that the truth is known. And they're using AI to do that, to really filter it and get to those truths much more quickly and efficiently. Pretty amazing, isn't it?
And now the Kofax community works with language models with AI, so that AI is able then to compare a incoming trending rumor with all the debunk and pre-bunk rumors before, and offer this kind of first take that can then inform the citizenry.
Here, Audrey explains exactly what I was just talking about, how the two systems work together and how they use AI as an efficient and accurate and unbiased way to get to the root of those things for the citizens.
This kind of debunk bot is also available in the US. So I would advise that people try it out at debunkbot.com.
Debunkbot.com.
Imagine in the United States, I mean, especially in the United States, because we are currently subject to perhaps the most corrupt and insidious propaganda, misinformation, and lies in the history of our country, which is currently coming from the GOP and the far-right Christian leaders of that party who have taken control. All right, that's where we are. And here, V-Taiwan is telling you, here's the debunk bot that is available to anyone in the world. So right now, we as a nation of pro-democracy citizens, we could unite online democratically, right? Imagine if we had 1 million US citizens who began using the debunk bot and posting those results and showing why they trust it and what the accompanying evidence is.
It would mess AI up.
It would be a system where even the citizens who don't agree with the answers, they could actually come in and participate. And if they don't participate, that's up to them, because the citizens of the United States who are committed to making sure that there's a place to go where the citizens are ensuring that truth and accuracy and fact is the foundation of our democracy, we don't have to wait for other people to give us permission to do that, right? We are free, democratic, and self-determinate citizens in the United States of America. And what Audrey is doing and Taiwan and V-Taiwan are doing is they're literally showing us how this is already being done from an online citizen-led democratic movement that began in Taiwan 11 years ago, or in 2014, 12 years ago now, and has been steadily improving to get to this point. And the transition for Taiwan, they went from a 9% approval rating of their government to where now they got up to 70%. I believe that may have dropped a bit, and there were some other areas that it's gone up into the 90s. But they actually have a functional government that has a way to deal with propaganda and lies and misinformation that is led by the citizens. The citizens are the ones who made this happen because they united online to put all of this in place during the Sunflower Movement back in 2014. And don't we all want a more truthful, factual, honest way of getting information that we can depend on? And aren't we all looking for ways that we can do something to help make a difference? At IOD Nations, what we're telling you is it's right here, it's right now. If we unite online as if it, in the United States as the online democratic US citizens, right? If we do that, if enough of us do that, we start championing and imposing truthful, factual, online citizen led democracy in our country. But if all we're going to do is complain about what the problems are and not participate in those problems, we're not going to be effective. And this is why at IOD Nations we say you can achieve all of your goals and objectives on saving or salvaging parts of our existing broken democracy, but also on building the next new bold democracy for the United States and all across the world. And you can do it at the tap of a screen or the click of a mouse. And you go to one location and you unite and collaborate and start working together, and we will achieve more than you've ever imagined. And that is how IOD Nations recommends and urges that we unite online as pro-democracy citizens and build the next great democracies. So imagine you're the citizens of Iran and the citizens of the United States of America, okay? And let's take what Taiwan is doing on a national level, and now let's turn it towards international, which is where all the big conflicts happen, right? The big conflicts that are going on in the world right now and the big issues, a lot of them are between different nations. And imagine if the citizens of Iran and the citizens of the United States had the ability to use debunk.com and to learn in real time and to know what is actually happening between the two countries, right? What political negotiations are really happening? What is the best known status of their militaries, right? What are they actually disagreeing on? And are there ways to come together that aren't happening because of bad leadership, right? And because of bad intentions. And so now what you've done is you've turned the online democratic citizens and their citizen leadership of their online democratic nations, you've turned them into international powers. And they're international powers that operate democratically, and they operate in a world that is much more geared towards free-flowing truth and information, right? And so then those citizens can put pressure on their own governments, and the other pro-democracy citizens of the world can unite behind those different groups and unite behind the truth and the facts of what's going on, and they can impose their will upon this conflict in ways that were never possible before. And it can all be primarily led by the pro-democracy citizens. How big a change is that in our world, right? it's unfathomable the amount of power and influence that then places into the hearts and minds and hands of the pro-democracy citizens of the world. And on the same in the same moment, it's unimaginable of how much power and influence that strips from the bad actors of the world. You literally have a new way for the citizens to protect and defend and try to prevent war. I mean, imagine the International Online Democratic Veterans Nation, right? An online democratic veterans nation that's committed to trying to do everything possible to prevent war. Because it doesn't matter what country it is, veterans always get screwed, right? And they get to reach out and cast their net, cast their web to all these other pro-freedom and democracy countries and to the citizens of those specific nations that are involved in this conflict or this potentially coming conflict. And they get to utilize their power and influence as well to determine what direction things are going. And then imagine, because they're all united online and they all have created their own online democratic economy, they now get to influence and impose their will in favor of peace by leveraging their economy and their dollars and who they want to do business with. It just changes the dynamics of everything, doesn't it?
Great stuff. That's what it's all about. Great stuff. You know, it's
Always gets to me.
yeah, it's nothing changes without a catastrophe. Nothing.
Nothing changes when, and
People,
if nothing changes,
no, and we need catastrophes. Not that we need them, but when they happen, then something will change. So we can thank the United States for that, because we have to
You're
be
welcome.
positive. We have to be positive at some time. So we'll thank the states for
That's
that.
right.
That
it was nice to have
brought up.
the boot off the neck for, I have to say, unfortunately.
It's terrible,
But
but it forces people to
I
look at
believe
themselves.
America can actually get healthcare and perhaps build their own country out of this. That's what I hope. I hope that they can actually catch up with the rest of the world. It's not that we have to go to them. They're
No,
behind. They've fallen
I
behind.
know.
Maybe they
I
can
know.
actually get their country in order
absolutely.
while
Let me
we
say this.
just let things roll.
Do you think the majority of people, the majority of Americans would like to have a peaceful, secure health plan, some sort of structural that they can count on, that they don't have to worry about the everyday basics of life? I
Oh,
would think, yeah,
absolutely.
I would say yes. So this is exactly why we have to build something
They have to
that
fall to appreciate everything.
we all did at one time. We all did.
I
So
think, I mean, I can feel it being here, you know. People people have reached the breaking
Break
point.
point.
I mean, as the Republicans in Congress don't want to say it because they don't want to get in trouble, but they know it, they feel it, you know.
Red pen heads.
And that and the Democrats, my Lord Almighty,
Oh,
the
please.
so-called leaders are so weak. I don't know what their problem is, but they're not listening to the heartbeat of the people who are living in the country.
you know,
It's just ridiculous.
let's the Americans.
No,
We
I
could talk
mean,
about that forever.
we're not trying to, it just, excuse me.
It's not, I know, we know that it's whatever direction you're going, and not just America, it's not just
But
the United States.
it's gonna come out of the rubble. I mean, right
It's
now we're
democracy
rubble and it's gonna
altogether.
come out.
This is
There's gonna
affecting
be a
everyone
phoenix.
worldwide.
We have to
A phoenix is
strengthen,
gonna rise.
democracy is the key. Anybody who's like-minded and believes in democracy will jump on board. I mean, we don't like Joel said, we only have two choices: authoritarianism or democracy. It's only two choices. So, and like the whole platform is going to be geared to, we're going to be voting on yes or no. It's not going to be a good feeling things like a feely thing. It's a yes or no, and it makes things simplified, and it changes directions. And the more people involved, the faster the direction will be changed. That's as simple as
Hate,
that.
too much hate breeds hate.
I just want to remind everybody, our email is hello@iodnations.org. We'd
Hello,
love,
hello, as in hello.
hello. What did I say?
No, I was
Okay.
checking. I've never heard of an email address like that.
Okay, hello@iodnations.org. And we'd love to have, to have you drop, even just discuss if you're too shy to come on and talk with us, to drop us a line to tell us what you thought of the show. And also, we need volunteers. We have a lot of hardworking
Please.
people now, but we need
I took
volunteers.
time out because I had so much on, but I said to Rakesh I would come back when I was ready, and bloody, I blinked and I thought the whole world's still here, so it's okay.
It'll be
And
here. Everything will be
Draco
okay.
just sent a message and it says to learn more, partner with us, or bring this movement directly to your community. Contact us at, as we said, hello, iodnation.org. And then and also you can go to our website, which is wonderful if you haven't seen it yet. And it is just www.iodnation.org. And there's all kind of neat stuff, and you can sign up and play with us. And this is, I mean, think of it, play with us to save democracy. Because
We'd love to have you
it's
aboard.
exactly, and
If you
it's
don't
not
like
a
the
lot
word
of work. It
democracy,
feels
just
good.
believe in what it stands for. If you like freedom, you don't. Some people get put off by the word democracy. It's what democracy stands for.
Exactly.
I don't
If you
think
go to
people
the United
understand.
Nations, if you punch in your computer and say, what are the principles of democracy, it'll come out, and those are the 12 principles that we follow. If you believe in those principles, you will become a citizen of democracy.
If you
It's not,
believe in
it's
the
not
first
part of,
three, you believe in all the rest because it's a natural footstep. It's like the
there we
cornerstone
go.
of an arch.
Say that again, please.
So
What you just said was beautiful. Say it, if you don't mind, say it again.
When?
Gwen. Yeah.
What did it mean? What did
Yeah.
I say? I don't know what I said.
You said, if you believe in, and that first
If you believe
line.
in the first three, then you'll believe in the rest that follow. It's just it's just natural. It's like it's
I thought
just
you had named one of them. I thought you had spelled out one of them.
Human
okay.
rights is the first one.
Oh, human
Yeah,
rights.
and
There
we're
you
not
go.
talking about the
Okay.
charter made by the legal rights by the law. We're talking about legal rights according to morality. You know, that's
Correct.
what's speaking
Well,
here.
there's another one, morality. But there's 12 of them, and they all make sense. And if you believe in democracy, then those are the 12. Those are the pillars. Those are the principles. And that's what we're offering at this platform. I mean, like I said, Draco, Rakesh, Masby, they're hardworking. They believe in it. As a matter of fact, Draco, I always like to hear your story there. Why don't you come in and tell them why you're here?
I'm here for peace, freedom, and democracy. So I have a dream where my dream is I'm living in a world there is no war, there is no conflict, there is no bad things going around. I
I
want a
love that.
world. I want a world where is peace everywhere. When my paperman is came my home with a newspaper, when I open that newspaper, they're all good newses. I don't want to hear any bad news anymore. That's why I'm here.
That's a good, that's, I think there's a lot
But
of reasons. That's right. We're all here too. We'd like to have
yeah,
that. But you know what? This platform, because in reality tells us there will be conflicts.
It's
There
very
will be,
different to what that it's different in reality.
but
and they
reality
had
shows,
to work.
and
Bangladesh had to work
hold
hard
on
to
a
get
second.
there.
I have a willpower, I have imagination, and I'm confident that I can bend the reality if my imagination is that much power, that much strong, that much goodness.
People underestimate
When
the heart of a human and how we will resist to what is bad.
Yep.
I
You
believe
got
I
me.
believe that love can overcome hate and that joy can overcome anger. And I believe
Absolutely,
that
absolutely.
together. Hmm?
Nobody's gonna argue with that. What I'm saying is this platform,
Oh no,
because
I
in reality, there always will be conflict. But it's
yes,
how
There'll
we
be
definitely.
react.
haters, there'll be people
Hold on
trying
a
to rip,
second. Hold
rip
on a
it
second. Hold
down.
on a second. Can I finish? Let me finish. It is a reality that there's going to be conflict. Democratically minded people do not pick up weapons to solve it. We pick up our intelligence, we get together, the pen is our weapon. And we talk sensibly, rational, and we figure things out. That's the engulfing in a democratic world. And this platform is being built just for that.
If you
Rakesh,
understand that, you'll get the rest, right? That's the
Exactly,
absolutely.
Peter.
foundation.
That's how
It's
simple it
about
is.
finding a solution. It's not about bringing the blame. That's what has to stop this blame game. I'll never forgive these people that voted for that has to stop,
Yes.
Right.
So
because then you
this is
become
the
the
platform.
problem. You're either part of the problem or the solution. And there are still too many people part of the problem because there's too much.
Exactly.
Well
Yeah.
said, Peter. Well
And
said.
perhaps the reason why everybody, perhaps we're losing confidence in our institutions,
I think that's
justice
gone. A lot
systems.
of that's gone.
So we gotta take back that and get like the Joel was saying with this debunking uh,
Hmm.
platforms that everybody who's on this platform has a choice.
Hmm.
We can either research our information, find the truth, and act on that. Whether you agree or not, we're going to act
Hmm.
on the truth, not opinions and lies and misinformation. We're going to act on the truth. We have the tools to do that now. That's what Joel was saying also. Before we
Hmm.
didn't have the tools. We have the tools. We just need the people to start using those tools, getting the message out there, and getting everybody on board that believes in a democratic society. And it's as simple as that. And I just want to reiterate hello at iodnations.org. We'd love to hear from you. And Rakesh, do you have something to say?
Oh, I guess you guys have covered everything, and I'm extremely sorry about my camera. It's too hot here.
No
So,
worries.
yeah.
Oh, we finally got cold weather. I'm so happy.
Oh, you should be up here. You should be up here then.
Send
Um,
Rakesh some cool, Peter.
yeah. It's kind of
Yeah,
cool
but
up here.
your extreme cold is like our extreme hot. There's no balance.
No, I know. I saw what's happening
Rak-
in Australia there a couple of years ago there. It was terrible,
Oh, our
terrible.
country's always on fire. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Rakesh
What
is
it is.
melting. We have to send him some cool love.
Oh no, sorry, I'm keeping it because it's still it still gets 24 degrees during the day here and it's winter, so I'm keeping the cold weather. I'm sorry. We get 285 days of sunshine a year where I live. Mm.
Is there anybody else that has any questions or inquiries?
Anybody want to come up real quick and say hi or anything?
Good morning. It's 5:30 on Tuesday morning where I am, so
Oh, good
I'm
morning.
saying
Oh,
hello
it's
from the future.
hi.
Well,
Don't tell
anybody?
me how it's going to turn out for me. It's
Oh, we
12:30,
tried that, but nobody listened.
12:38 here in Tucson.
So,
Oh, I love it. I
um,
love it. It's fun.
Rakesh, what was the last one the last video that we were going to put up?
We wanted to show the Agent of Peace video by
Yes.
Draco. Yeah.
Is there something before that you want to?
No, we have already shared the three of them that we discussed.
Okay, so we'll
Draco,
close the
was there
meeting to that.
anything that you have hidden that you've always wanted to show us but didn't have a minute to do it?
Well, I like to play Agent of Love videos before my Agent of Peace video.
Okay. Treat us to
Let's go.
something you like. Go ahead. It's yours today. You're the video master.
Well, we'll vote on it.
Okay, all those
Now
in
that's
favor
how you
of
do it.
video's favor. Yay! Go ahead, Draco.
Unanimous. We have a unanimous vote, Draco.
Agent.
I am inspired by recognizing that we are all citizens of humanity. And each one of us counts. Our ideas of nations in the old form of geographical borders is more about trying to organize people in that nation than it is about recognizing that the global human family and how we interact on the local level, not just tied to geographical location. For me, I see as a manifestation, an outpicturing of agency. Individuals who realize that they can exert or assert some control, but not control over others. That's dominance. I'm talking about control that is power with. When you honor yourself and that you matter and that everyone around you matters, that you're here for a reason, and that we can collectively drive our story and our structures. What is government but a set of agreements, a set of expectations, a set of standards that are all outpicturings of ideas, thoughts, emotions. So answering the question, why is it that democracy is important? It's because we are important. Because we, as individuals with agency who can self-determine, we get to be here and do that collectively. And that matters. And the place where you are in your community immediately. We have to work together to recognize that, oh yeah, I'm actually part of this global human family and I'm part of my community. So how do I want to direct myself and direct my attention in this world to create a better community? My question for us is, what vision of the future are we going to dare to believe in? Because we matter. and we are borrowing. We are on borrowed time, folks. Our lives are short. Why don't we make it the most beautiful time so that we can give it to the next generation?
No borders. That's what the issue is. We need no borders, and that's what the internet provides. I think Joel said that a long time ago. The internet doesn't have borders. That's the advantage we have here.
We have the tools to do that. We
Turn it
have,
all on its head and make it useful for what it was meant to be used for.
absolutely, absolutely.
It's a beautiful, beautiful
Gail,
sunshine there.
Gail,
Pitch
I
black
see
here.
you online there. Did you want to say something? I don't know if I'm pronouncing Mr. or Mrs. Jacobson. Okay, I guess not. Okay. Well, I'll say one more time, hello at iodnations.org. We'd love to hear from you. Before anybody goes, we're going to close up the meeting. We're going to close up with Draco's Agent of Peace. And before anybody signs off, perhaps you could just drop your email if you're comfortable with that. And we're going to get back to you. I'll mention that myself and Chardonnay are teaming up to for the email distribution, and we're heading out that operation. If anybody, we'll get in touch with you, either myself, Peter, or Chardonnay, or both of us, and we'll put you to work and put you and welcome you to the society, the society, the community. Draco, let's hear that beautiful piece of yours.
All right.
Great.
And thank you all for joining us today.
Hello, good people. Myself, Draco, and I'm an agent of peace. If you ever feel like the world is heading toward chaos and hope is fading, I want to offer you a spark of light. Iron Nations, an online democracy for all of us who seek freedom, democracy, and peace. It's a place where we can come together, unite, and make things better. So stay united, stay strong. It would mean a lot to me if you stand with us to make a peaceful world.
He always makes lovely videos when he talks.
Thank you, Gwen.
Peter, you were muted. Please unmute.
Thanks. I keep on forgetting. I have
I
a
do
good
too.
memory, but it's short. Again, like Chardonnay said, I appreciate everybody joining us today. If we made a dent in your thought process, give us a call. Just drop a line there, whether it's positive or negative. We'd like to hear from you because we're only getting better, and we need constructive criticism at times. It helps us. Chardonnay?
Australians, we're not shy of that, so no problems,
Oh,
Peter.
that's good to hear.
We'll
Honestly,
brace for the incoming.
we're going to debunk that pretty soon there.
Nah, good. We already use that word. Don't worry about it.
Okay,
Forget it. I'm just going to put my email in here. Rakesh has it, but it's just so anyone else can have it.
great.
Well,
Perhaps,
thanks.
are you okay with you being coming on board, doing some emailing? If we send you a list of emails, you would.
Yeah, I actually just got a new laptop because I'm renewing my course for work. So
Great.
trying to figure it out, but bloody technology.
Yeah,
keep on
we,
forgetting
we
to
already
say
have
that.
Gwen's email address. So
Let me just leave it with you because my phone's starting to play up here. Oh, I've lost my light. There it is. Thanks, Rakesh, for sending that to me. And I actually didn't expect to come on. And you know what? I enjoyed it. This is what we need because all
you're
the
always
answers we
welcome.
have are in here.
Right.
So
I
everyone
feel
who's from the
connected.
USA, hang in there. We might give you a
Thank
bit of shit, but you know what? We love you. We do. We love you.
I
We
feel the
care.
love. Thank you.
I just want to bring to the point, when we ask for volunteers and for people are coming on board and maybe, helping out, it's not a 9 to 5 job. We don't expect you to put
That's not what
yourself out.
democracy is. It's doing things because you want to. That's what it is. It's all
Yes.
motivation, isn't it?
And
That's
whatever
all
help you
part of
can
it.
bring, whatever you can bring to the table, it's appreciated.
It is. And we have, you don't have to be physically able. We have it's a wonderful for people who are challenged in any way. Whatever you can do is great. It's amazing. Different areas need a lot of help, and absolutely anything you can do in any area is so appreciated. So appreciated.
And helps to
So
grow this platform quick.
exactly. And so do not in any way limit yourself because we're not going to. Believe me, we are going to welcome you with open arms and be so grateful. So,
Great.
and if you're physically able and you've been trained and you have many certificates in all kind of areas, we want you to. We're going to take you. Be careful because we're going to put you to work.
So I guess we'll call it the end of the show. I don't know, Rakesh, if you want to stick around afterwards.
I bet
Uh,
he's ready to go, aren't you, Rakesh? I know you. It's late.
I think it's about two
It's late for
o'clock
you.
there
It's
now.
early for me.
yeah, it's,
I
it's
know it's
almost
right.
2 o'clock.
Okay. Well,
We
okay
could
then.
do a
I'm gonna
wrap up
Thanks
I'm gonna
tomorrow.
everyone.
sign
Thanks
off.
everyone for joining
Chardonnay,
us.
you want to sign us off?
Peter, it was lovely to speak with you. Chardonnay, I actually prefer
Yes.
red, but
That's fine and dandy. It was nice to meet you.
see you
I
Everybody can
hope
next
to
drink
hear
time.
from a
anything they
lot of you
want.
guys soon.
Yes. Have a wonderful morning, noon, nighttime. Enjoy.
Okay, guys. We'll see you next Monday.
Yeah.
Hello.org, IOD.org, at org.org. Hello. Goodbye.
Okay.
Ciao.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye,
Bye
guys.
bye, everyone.
Okay, have a great and let's anything. So I just want to cut with this. We're gonna go on Slack.
Yeah.
Any more communications
Mhm.
there? We'll do it on Slack, right,
Yeah.
guys?
You can call. You can start a call, or you can send a message on Slack. We are always active there.
Okay.
On what?
It's a program that we're using right now. Once you started getting involved
Just
with the
started getting
platform.
used to Instagram, and now there's another one, and Discord.
Yeah, I
Where are all
know.
these coming from?
I know the feeling.
And we're learning all about it.
But we'll get back to you. Thanks for
I'm
joining
not
us,
going
Jen.
anywhere. I am going absolutely nowhere.
Oh, we have
We'll do
Gail
the
here
tour
too.
together.
We have Gail here. We have Gail here too.
Gail?
Hi, Gail.
Yeah, I tried to get.
Yeah.
Gail,
Yeah.
if you want to say something, this is your chance.
Did you want to say
Okay.
hello
See,
or
Canadian
goodbye?
can't say goodbye either. You gotta
You're
just
muted,
hang up.
Gail. If you want to unmute to say something, now's your last chance for now.
Okay, well, anyway, we'll see you
All right,
guys on
that's it.
next Monday.
Yep.
Did I do it? Can you hear
Be
me?
kind to yourself and
Oh,
be
there
kind
she
to
is.
others.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Well, I'm glad to meet you. Never knew about you. I'm in a hospital bed, if you can see me.
Oh,
No, I can't
no,
see you,
you
but
didn't. You didn't put your little camera on, your little
Oh,
video camera.
I
You can
don't
just.
got it.
There's a
It's
picture.
fine. I don't
Okay,
want
just
you to. I don't want
you don't want
you to
us to
see me.
see you.
I'm
Okay.
lying flat in a
Oh,
hospital
Gail,
bed.
what did you think about the show?
I'm glad to meet you, and I'm going to go to your site to learn more about you
Wonderful.
and see what I can do.
Oh, that's
Will
wonderful.
I?
Yep.
Forward to hear from you.
So IOD.org.
Yes, ma'am.
IOD Nations.
IOD Nations.
IODnation.org.
Yes.
Okay.
Thanks, Peter.
I will learn more.
Great.
And you
Well,
And
nice
then
to have you on board.
ask any questions you want, and we'll be happy to answer them.
And
it'll-
where and how do I give you my email address?
At hello@iodnations.org.
But it's better than the other one.
You
Hello.
can you can
Just
also send your email address.
HELLO
Yeah.
at iodnations.org.
Okay. Hello, nation. One more
Hello.
time.
No, hello
Yeah.
at IOD Nations.
Should we type it in the chat? Take a screenshot, maybe. I don't know.
Oh dear.
Let me see. Let's see if we can. Where's the? Oh yeah, let's type it into the chat for you. Okay. Can you see the chat?
I do. Hello.
Okay, here you go. HELLO at
It just disappeared.
Oh, click on it again. Click on the little chat button at the bottom.
Chat. I do not see a chat button.
At the very bottom, you see a react, a participants, and then a chat.
Nope.
I'm sending it to her.
Okay, thanks. Appreciate it, Peter.
Did you get that, Gail?
Okay.
I'm going to put my super soldier hats on. There you go. You can't say I'm not American patriot.
It's gone again. It's gone again.
Mickey Mouse. Did you get it?
I'm slow with it.
That's okay. So are we. Don't worry about it.
It's okay. We need to slow down a little bit in general as people. I hope you get well, Gail, whatever is going on with you.
Okay. Do you need us to send it again?
Can you send it to me in my email?
Yes.
Well, you don't know my email.
Do you see the chat box?
Send it again.
But Gail, never mind. You can go to hello. You can just go to hello. You can write this down.
No, I can't write.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Okay,
Or
let's
you can
hear from
share
Jill.
your email address with us. Just tell us your email address. We will reach out to you with everything you need.
Okay.
Then you can just relax and heal and get better.
If I told you my email, could that work?
Yes.
Of course.
Can I tell you what it is?
Please.
Sure.
Okay. Jacobson, Jacobson, Gail.
Oh.
No space, no dots, no space. Gail is spelled G.
Wait. GACOE?
I got it.
JACO, boy, SON.
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 31 32 33 34 35 36 37 38 39 40 41 42 43 44 45 46 47 48 49 50 51 52 53 54 55 56 57 58 59 60 61 62 63 64 65 66 67 68 69 70 71 72 73 74 75 76 77 78 79 80 81 82 83 84 85 86 87 88 89 90 91 92 93 94 95 96 97 98 99 100 101 102 103 104 105 106 107 108 109 110 111 112 113 114 115 116 117 118 119 120 121 122 123 124 125 126 127 128 129 130 131 132 133 134 135 136 137 138 139 140 141 142 143 144 145 146 147 148 149 150 151 152 153 1
B as in boy.
Okay, got it.
Gail, Gael.
Jacobson Gael.
Yep. At Gmail.
Got you. Yeah.
We're gonna write you, Gail. We're gonna
That's
send you
great.
we'll send you all the particulars, okay?
Thing. I'm quadriplegic. That's why I can't write it down.
Okay.
What did you say,
Well,
hon?
we wish you well.
I said I'm
Quadriplegic.
Yes, please get
Oh.
better.
I'm not going to get better.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
Well-
didn't hear what you said you were suffering from, but
I am quadriplegic from a riding accident.
This just
oh,
happened to you, Gail?
No, this next month. It'll be 18 years.
oh, wow.
Was it a horse?
It was. It was a
Wasn't that what
riding
happened to Superman?
accident. I was with my 12-year-old daughter riding together.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Horses
sorry
are
to hear that.
dangerous.
She's
Yeah.
Sorry to hear
30.
that.
Well, I wish you well up here, and when you close your eyes, you have pleasant dreams.
Tell me about this headpiece.
She wants to know about your ears, woman.
Oh,
I'm a winter
ears?
soldier, see that? I might be
You're a-
Aussie and I might give American shit, but I did live there for 6 years, so
I didn't
Kind
realize
of looks
they
like
were
Mickey
ears.
Mouse a little bit.
I
my
forgot to
sister.
ask you, where are you from?
Vermont.
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 Oh, you're right across the border. I'm from Canada.
Oh, we're in Canada.
Genevieve is from Australia.
Yeah, we're cousins.
Chardonnay
Not
is from
kissing cousins, we're
Arizona.
cousins.
And that we have a couple of Draco and
Rakesh.
Rakesh are from Bangladesh.
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 So you're talking to everybody around the world.
Oh, that's wonderful.
You've gone international.
And we're going to get back
And
to
what is
Sorry, go
your
ahead.
name? What is your name, please?
My name?
Are you? Yeah.
My name is Peter. I'm from Canada.
Oh, good.
Oh,
I thought you were. I thought it was Peter. Peter,
I
where
call
in
him Mr.
Canada?
Perfect. I
I'm-
call him
Pointer.
Mr. Perfect.
Pointer.
And your
Montreal.
name? And your name, please?
My name?
Uh-huh.
Chardonnay.
Chardonnay, like the wine.
Yes, ma'am. Just spelled differently, but yes, ma'am, that's the way it's pronounced.
Chardonnay.
Chardonnay.
C-H-A-R.
Chardonai.
Ah,
Only just one name. Chardonnay.
neat.
Okay, we're going to have to get going now. It's
Okay.
Yes.
Peter,
Yes,
just
Rick.
tell me where in Canada?
Montreal. Montreal.
Oh,
I
love
heard your accent.
Montreal.
I was like, you're from the other part. I was like, everyone's always from.
East.
The West. No.
Yes.
So you speak French?
Ben oui.
Au revoir.
On est ici,
Le croissant.
Oui.
Croissant, there you go.
Croissant.
Oh, croissant.
I've always wanted to learn
Love those
French and nobody would teach me.
Oh, don't worry about it. French is
Bonjour.
deadly.
Really, since I was a little girl, nobody would teach me.
It's okay.
Take a course.
No, it isn't. I really
Take
want to
a
learn, but then they
course,
said you
Canada's
can't
not as
talk it,
polite as
speak
you
it.
think. They have a foul mouth like us Aussies. Not as bad, but they are very foul mouthed. I will tell you that much. By the way,
We're
if you don't
cousins.
keep their butt in baseball, big trouble this time.
We're
I
the
have
adults.
Have a great week, everyone.
When
I
it's
will see
time
you
to
next
go, when we have time, sometime I'll tell you a secret. But okay, we have
Okay.
to go. So,
Yes. Rakesh?
Gail, I love you. Take care, and we will talk very, very soon.
See you guys Monday.
Yeah.
Monday.
See you guys.
You
Okay.
guys.
Thanks, Rakesh. Bye,
Peace, like.
everybody.
Bye.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you guys. Thank you, Glenn,
Peace.
for joining.
Bye.
Bye.
Peace.
Have a good one.